Will Forge. Just loading the map here while I wait for people to join. Let's see. Oh, that's not the one I want to open. It's this one. That way I can see proper chat. Oh, I should refresh. Clear out old chat. It'll clear out how, the hours since I streamed last and all that stuff. Get all that out the way. There. Much better. Much better. Cool, cool. And it actually changed the name. I was going into OBS and I was changing information to the stream information thing there, and I wasn't hitting the done button at the bottom, so it wasn't actually updating. So the last several streams were just named the exact same thing about the flood versus whatever it was that I had named it, where we were talking about, where I was basically describing that we were going to try this thing out, where we did that versus over here. But now we're doing sexy floors. Well, we're doing sexy walls today. I want to try and get the walls to look as good as we did with the floor. Now I think it would be really cool if we use these pieces in the walls, or rather in the columns. Like, suppose, let's just snap that there and see what it looks like. Oh, let's see. Good to know notifications working today. Good. Good, good, good. Oh, I keep on opening the wrong one. Here we go. Get back to this. Now I can actually see. Okay, now what I was going to do is I'm thinking about, let's see, if we did something, is that any good or no? I don't know. It kind of looks flimsy. It doesn't really look strong. You know what would be probably better? Is a couple of these in the corners. Whoop. Like, let's see. Is there a spot there that it can snap to where it's actually visible? Not so much. Shop reset in 30 minutes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because the daily. What am I talking about? Yeah. I was thinking about the weekly for a second. I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, wait. This was resetting? Okay, so basically, I could do something like this. Is that good? I feel like it would be more like this. Yeah. If it were to do this, I don't know. I like this concept of these pieces, but I don't especially like what they actually turn out looking like. Like if this is like all the way at the top, you know what I mean? For example, it would kind of look like it's, framework that we could then put something between those two, maybe a long, dark line going right down here. We would, of course, then proceed to, let's see, partial. Good morning, fellas. Hey, Mr. Greencastle, how's it going? Partial weekly, green. Yeah, let's see. How's it going? So then, I streamed last night, by the way. I'm not doing like, I'm not able to do that every night, but I was doing it last night for some stuff, for reasons, for missing yesterday morning, I guess. So, see, that looks cool, but I don't know if it looks UNSC, or like any kind of like, I don't know, good enough. It doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like a reference image, for sure. Like a reference image doesn't use this as its hash marking. It has hash marking on the white part. And then it has large, thick, solid black lines. And I don't think this is what we're looking for. I think that the sound of those bugs in there is giving me the creeps sometimes whenever we get really close to this. That's what that is. So if you ever hear that and you're like, are there bugs in my bedroom, Aaron? Like coming out of your TV or something like that. That's what you're hearing. So yeah, okay, so we've got, I don't know, I don't like it. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it. I like it, but not for this map. You know what I mean? So I think I don't need to be doing that. Let's see. So if anyone hears that horrible sound of creepy crawlies, that's what that is. Okay, so what I want to do then is, see, this is nice thick lines whenever we scale it up like this. So like if I put this, for example, over here into the wall as cross hatching, I mean, as a, you know, a cross brace. Maybe even up here. And then scale it down to the floor. Then that would look pretty good. Let's actually put it like, well, let's put it like in the frame. And it would create this kind of cool reinforced. It's not quite perfect. I need to pull it out a little more because this one is as thick as that one, I believe. But it looks like it's not because of the way it's clipping into the wall. But that kind of thing on the walls, and then the walls would be that white. Would be that color white. And we'd have these solid lines in the panels, and then we'd combine those with these solid lines here. I think would be pretty cool. But that way we can do you know, something akin to this without using a whole bunch of these square panels. Because if I have to use a whole bunch of the square panels, it's going to you know, I either have to scale them, which messes up their stripes, which makes their materials look wrong and makes them no longer match this, or I come up with another method like this cross thing that will both look like this, but also not be exactly like that, so we're allowed to have a bit of uniqueness in it, you know what I mean, without it looking bad, without it getting confused. Okay, so this is actually thinner. That stripe is actually thinner than that stripe by just a bit. So this is actually how it would be. But yeah, and then we would have to... Of course, I need to find out if I'm going to do that full scale, because I can't do it as full scale with all of them. So would it look good whenever they're not full scale? Like if I put one here above this and thinned it out like this and sort of like snapped it to there. No, not like that. Let's see. And thinned it out to even it out. Would that small X look good next to a large X? And I don't think it would. I think it looks okay, but it doesn't look good. You know what I mean? For one thing, it doesn't look good because I haven't scaled it correctly, so let's fix that at least. Let's see, should I put this in there or higher? Let's see. I mean, it definitely looks better now that it's properly lined up. I think a vertical line here might make this look okay. But what do you guys think? Where's the music? Oh, man, yeah, that's right. That's why it feels quiet and dead. Let's see, we're on a... Oh, let's turn on looping so it doesn't end up playing somebody else's music afterward. But right now we're in High Charity Suite from the Halo Legends. Looks pretty cool. Let's see. Since you're on Twitch, you can put your music audio on a different stream channel in OBS and it won't show up on VODs. Then you can play whatever you want. Oh, really? So could I stream music that would be monetized, but I don't have to actually hear it somehow? And then be able to play whatever music I want? Because that would be really cool. It would be especially cool whenever, like, you know, playing Halo Infinite, like combat, like actually like playing multiplayer, because I usually listen to like Doom, like original Doom soundtrack, and like all sorts of stuff. I have a playlist that I usually listen to whenever I'm playing Halo. Okay, so what do you guys think? Let me move this so you can actually see it, because I am able to look through the stuff because I'm the one controlling the camera. But it's harder to look through stuff whenever you're not controlling the camera. Let's see, and if someone watches the VOD back on YouTube or Twitch, there's going to be no music at all. Ah. Yeah, play whatever. So wait. That's pretty cool. I don't know how to do that yet, so I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, that's not set up yet, so it'll probably just record it. But, yeah. So then, like, if I put this... If I then take this... Okay, hold on. This would be the lighter white area. Would be the... I think it's this one. I believe it's this one. Nope. Nope, it's not that one. Let's see. Let's go all the way down to no color again. Like, that's not... Let's see. Shininess isn't turned on there. On. Okay, yeah. Ask Duquesne. That sounds like a good idea. Okay. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's good or no? Hard to say. Okay, well anyway, there's also the way where it would look stretched horizontally, which would be if I rotate it this way, it would no longer look like that, it would look like large columns of black lines. And then it would be like this. That actually does look better already. Yeah, I can already tell it's going to look better. I'm going to delete that one. And then I can actually go in and do something like 2 of them side by side here. And they'll look like large support columns. Let's snap that to the other one. Let's see. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear if you guys think this is dumb or not. Okay. Because I am a little torn about it. I think it doesn't help because I'm not, I haven't changed the wall. Oh man, this is all a bunch of panels. Oof, I need to adjust this. This does not need to be a whole bunch of individual panels. This should be one really big piece. But yeah, let's see. Okay, we're going to change this to white real quick. Then we're going to change these two. And we're going to get rid of the material here. Get rid of that. And scratches, because it's a new wall. So that's more about what it would be like, that small patch there. Let me go ahead and make this one white as well. Just to make that actually visible. Like, so you can actually see what's going on here. Without confusion. What's it doing here? I think I need to go to color 0. There we go. So I think it's one of those. No, why is it not changing the color of this area? Oh, that's a different part? Oh, that's down here. Oh, that's why I'm being dumb. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then that would mean that this one would be rotated this way. It would be an H. There we go. Something more like that. Does that look good? Why does this sound like fan-made music? Right, because it kind of is. It was the it's the Halo Legends music from the shorts, from the short stories. And that one was just, that one was called Rescue Mission. I don't remember which one. Apparently we already did High Charity, and Sacred Icon, and Rescue Mission, and we're now down to the last Spartan. No wonder it feels like I get to that point where the music cuts off really fast. It's because I'm listening to way more music than I expected back to back. Okay. Alright, so does this look any good? It definitely makes more room for this. I could just visually just shift that over to the right to get it out from behind that, or maybe shift it down a bit. Since it's kind of Spartan height, but not really Marine height, maybe? But yeah. What do you guys think? Can I shift these colors, by the way? Because what if in this newer side we make them like white? Nope, unfortunately you cannot. That would be really cool, I think, if you could make them like pearlescent white. in the on this side. Oh yeah, we have this Craig light. I left it on Craig. Let's see. Let's go to down here to what is it? Craig. Switch it back to. I had put it on. What was it? Not blinds. The one that I was liking a lot myself was intersection. I think no, that one is cool. It's this one. And I wanted it to be like this. Might be good, might not be. Ooh, that's a decent spot to snap it for now. And you'd have these lights on the floor that shine, you know, blue like that. That have these like hexagonal design on them. Let's see. I feel like I need to ask Ripshade what he thinks of this. Because it looks kind of cool. I'm just torn about it. Ooh, I do a grenade. It's very simple. There's nothing curved about it, which is a little interesting. As far as like, if it's what we were planning. I might actually make a curved wall here because it'll hide that. Let me see what I can do for that. Because I had you know, I had an idea to do that. Rings. No, wait, hold on. No, not this. No, sorry, not this. It's primitives, not Halo design. Primitives. There are the curved walls that I could use. And I guess the... Let's see. For a second I was like, wait, did they add more? Because it felt like there was more, but that's not the case. It's like, did they stealth add objects? But no. Okay, so basically what I was thinking was, no, this is going to stretch weird. That's not what I'm going for. Okay. Maybe the half. Yeah, the half is what I was thinking of. Bring this in. Really shallow. Grab there. Widen it out. Make it a simple, very simple, subtle curve. And I'll have to figure out the exact measurement of this wall piece, which is 2419.92. What? 19.92. Well, we're gonna go 24. Is that correct? Looks right. Okay. Let's bring that to there. Ish. There we go. And then scale it up. And then make it thicker until it hides that other piece. There we go. So it'd be something like this here. Which means it wouldn't have... Okay, I'd have to flip it over. And then bring it up away from that door frame. It wouldn't be able to do the X here because of the curve of the wall. Could also theoretically come down to, yeah, like halfway. And then put something like a brace there. That's not what I meant to do. Should have done it this way. Okay, here we go. Let's just center it, even though I have to scale it down a little more to do this correctly. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. I put it on 16 for snapping. Okay, there we go. Obviously not that brace, but something like that to sort of put something across the bottom of that. Maybe I can find a another piece, or maybe I should just go with a wall piece, a curved wall. But that's not bad. I don't know. This is yet another from that. Oh, you know what? Duh. Of course, this is gonna look much better because it's gonna have some like brace work in itself. Why didn't I think of this before? Instead of doing all of that, I could have done this one. Okay, let's see. We're gonna snap to... Let's see how small we can get it. There we go. 1 and 13. We'll go with 14 and 24. So 24. That is not the same measurements. Oh my god. 1, 24, and what was it? 14, 13, what was it? 14. 14. There. And then we will snap. Hopefully they have similar snaps. They do not. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. Looks like they don't. No, they didn't snap to the same place. But anyway, we can just recenter it. Let's see. Sounds more like Star Wars. Yeah, no, it does. And 10 minutes. Let's see. Is there a way I can make it to where whenever there's a message there, I hear a ping, but it doesn't put it onto the stream, so it doesn't bombard people who are watching the stream with constant little pings? Because if we can do stuff like that with the music, maybe we can do that with that as well, and that would be awesome. Okay, so if we do this, there's still that little hole. Wait, is there a hole there? Yeah, there's still a hole, so we need to fill that in. However, it might fill in with the with being right up against that door frame now. So we could theoretically bring this all the way down. Oh, geez. Now this one scales in both directions, unlike the last one. Just a little bit weird. But the other one didn't, and this one does. It looks a little strange with this thing being green. So let's change this trim. Oh, I can stay that dark gray. Hold on. Let's see. Change this trim to match. Let's see. This music is definitely not it. Yeah. I think this should be black. I'm surprised I had this set to green. I can definitely not run it as this music right now. Now it kind of blends into the wall a little better. I'm not sure what's going on here. Where like, oh, it's this thing's frame, I think. It's too close. Yeah, it's eating up some of the white part. Would be more like that. Now it's getting good. They've got really good parts, I would say. This one. Some of them have parts that are like actual improvements from like Halo 1 themes that were like really primitive back whenever Marty did them originally. And he would probably tell you were primitive because he didn't, it's all in it's all digital instead of being like the Halo 3, for example, where he got to make it all with real orchestra. With live orchestra. But then he's talked about it in interviews where he felt like they were more primitive sounding, and where he preferred the Halo 3 stuff and stuff like that. So basically, same thing would apply here, where this one gets to be real orchestra. Wait, hold on. Are we in the menagerie? No. Oh, I see. We're finally into ODS. It's to Reach. So we just got through all that. Now we're in Reach. The next is going to be Halo 2 and Halo 3. This is the Halo Reach OST Extras Fly By Night. This is a special thing that came on the soundtrack or something like that. But somewhere in here I have the Halo Reach music from the what do you call it? The demo. What do they call it? Why can't I think? The preview, the demo, you know what I'm talking about? The open beta, that's the word I'm trying to think of. The open beta, they had different music in the open beta than from the final. And yeah, I've got that in here somewhere that someone had like pulled from it. Okay, so that's not in a perfect position, but like a perfect spot, so it's gonna be hard to line up, but it looks pretty good right now. So the question is now, do we still like the X, the dark X hash mark here, or like X here? Let's flip it over and see what it looks like if we snap. That's interesting. Why is it wrong? No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to turn off the snapping. I think I gotta nudge it. There we go. Well, that was supposed to flip it over so that that line, the thick line, was on the other side, but it doesn't appear to have worked. Oh, because I'm being dumb. Of course it's not going to work. It's just going to flip over and be on the same side again. Because it's corner to corner. Let's see. I do like that thick line in the middle there. Maybe I should just do only Halo Reach and ODST music. Maybe some Halo 3. I don't know. I wonder if Ocom still uses my playlist, or if he decided to start using a different one. That's not the right one. It's this one. I want to see what it would look like if I made it a little bit wider to hide that white wall behind it. I'm liking this. It's getting there. I don't know if we need to have these X's anymore, or if we just want to do something like that, but the X's do look cool. I feel like we need to add something to them, like monitors and things like that, to make it look really good, and I don't know if that's gonna work, because monitors seem like they would be pretty random if they were here, you know what I mean? Like, they'll feel out of place where they are. So we'd have to add something to the wall, I feel like, to make it really work. For example, if we did decide to add some of these over here, we could put them inside the squares. And that might, you know, it'd frame them. It would put them right there, and it would just sort of frame them there. And then we could, let's see, where's the location? Snap that to there, to there. This already snaps to a 0.10 of some kind. Let's see, how far out do we bring it? If we bring it to here, we get that kind of poking out of the frame. That's not what we want, so let's bring it back into here so it's nice and it's thinner, and then it doesn't poke too far out. Let's see, minimal frame poking. There we go. And then we've got it inside of this big box, which kind of feels like that frame exists there now to support this sort of plant life container. And that feels kind of cool. And it's destructible, so when in play mode, it will break the glass. Which I feel like that kind of looks cool. I almost feel like I liked it more up high, where it's lined up with the top of the square, like that. And then what we could do is that would actually make it to where there'd be a reason to have a computer terminal beneath it. Maybe not this one, I think this is the really big one. I think there's a smaller version of that. This one? Yeah. This is the big TV. This is the smaller one. And I've already made this one white. So we could put this right here and maybe tilt it just a tad. Actually, let's go full 15. There we go. And then put it into position. Something like that. Actually, let's bring it all the way up to where it touches, because I realize that whenever it's destroyed, its frame is going to remain there. After the screen breaks and falls off, the frame remains behind. So we want to make sure it looks like the frame would be connected to something. So if I tilt it, what I mean by that is, if I tilt it, come on now. Let me control my camera, please. If I tilt it too much, then this frame won't look like it's attached to anything, because it'll just look like it's attached to the bottom and then just floating. But if I touch it to the top and to the bottom at the same time, it's fine. If I then make it, if I make it phased, then I could make it go a little bit higher. It doesn't look like it's letting me. Let's see, wait, was it 0.5 before? Yeah. So it's as close as it's going to let me get because of, you know, obvious. I guess the normal fixed. That way it'll stay there. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. And that's going to break, and that's going to break. So, you know, that'll be interesting. And then, of course, we have the same thing right here. I am going to select this and set that frame piece behind it to black. What is this one? Ah, it's set to a UNSC green. I guess the idea here is that they have... What? What just happened? That was weird. Wait, what am I looking at here? I think that's the border around the screen. Yeah, we'll make that black. We'll make this... Wait, this frame is what's white? Okay, I don't know what's happening with these colors. They look very strange. I thought I had set them up. But I guess not. That would be black, and this would be pure white to look like the lab. There we go. Now, we come in here and see what it looks like whenever we destroy it. Discord. Oh, yes, Discord. How did I miss that? Okay, here we go. What happened to my big old glass thing? Alright, well, we see the frame there. Looks pretty good. I like how that it's white on the sides there. That actually looks really cool. That's really cool. What happened to the... Whoa! Oh, right, I did see that. Hold on. Here it is. I saw the big yellow thing there, and I was kind of weirded out by it. And then I realized that whenever I... Yeah, it was warning me that whenever I came in here, it was not going to be in the location that it appeared to be. Because it was actually not lined up with where it appeared. Where it was showing up. Sorry, my alarm... a vibration alarm was going off in my pocket. Let's see. Okay. So let's fix this now. Bring it back one more to line it up better with the frame. I wonder if there is a swatch combination in the colors on here that would allow me to make that part black, but keep the white part around the rest of the frame. Let's see. Let's see what this is. I'm not sure which one this one is. I think this is the part that's black right now that's around the trim, and for some reason it was already black. I'm going to check the Discord in just a second, sorry. What was that? This is that part? I have a feeling that some of these pieces have a dark, thing applied to them based on this. So maybe there's a special color applied to them? No, I don't think it's going to let me make those anything but that dark color. So we'll just go full black, and we will enjoy the coolness of that. Yeah, I like that a lot, and I think having two of them side by side would be really cool, and I think maybe having another two of them over there would be cool. And I think it would unify everything really well. I think that part of the wall is roughly the same width as over here, and if it's not, then having them slightly closer together because their X is a little bit different won't be noticeable as being different, but will be noticeable as being good. Cool. There's the stream. Okay, now. Okay, how to separate audio tracks in OBS Studio, Slurp Tech, Discord mic, gameplay, music. Then in the settings, go to output. Okay, so we do this. Let's see. Then in the settings, go to output, then check Twitch VOD track, and have the 2 checked. This will make the Twitch VOD run on track 2, and that won't have the music on that track. Oh, very cool. Output. Here, let me put this onto the screen so people can see what I'm doing here. So VOD track, Twitch VOD track 2. Oh, output streaming. Yeah. See, this wasn't here for YouTube. This section I don't think was here for YouTube. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong and I wasn't paying enough attention, but I don't think it was here for YouTube. So I can do audio track for me and then the Twitch VOD track, and I set certain things to the VOD track down here. Monitor. Oh, and that's it. The tracks. Okay. Okay. That's really cool. And he is using OBS, not OBS. Streamlabs OBS, right? Actually, let's see. Vertical layout? What's that? No. Unhide all. I don't know which ones I had hidden. Whoops. Oh, here it is. Yeah. I see. So then I can isolate things. That's cool. Okay, that's actually something I was looking for a while because of this kind of thing. I wanted to be able to put my Windows sounds somewhere else. You know what I mean? Okay, like my desktop sounds that have the desktop audio that have like the big old loud pings and stuff like that whenever Windows decides to send something at me. Yeah, okay. Is there a way to make it not ping whenever it tells me that I've got points? You know, Xbox Live points? Because that would be amazing. Then you can play any song from any game and it won't be on any VOD. Nice. I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna set that up not today, not right this second though, but like whenever I get off. Because I don't wanna eat up the rest of the stream with that, but it would be really cool to do. Unless you want me to, in which case we can go through the process and see it. But like if the people watching this want to know how to do that too, and want us to go through the process and figure it out, then that would be kind of cool too. So it's up to you guys. I'll do it if you guys want me to. That's what I'm saying. Oh Jesus! Oh no! Why did it even pick those colors? Oof. Oh man. Okay. Well, anyway. Somehow Palpatine returned. Okay, let's see. I really hope that phrase goes down in history as something that we all just say randomly forever. Because it deserves to be. Okay, hold on. Something's... I think this will fix if I build... No, it won't. Will it fix if I save and quit and come back in? Like, do I actually need to edit there? Oh, they're there. Do I need to edit these things? Colors, let's see. Wait, it's in a prefab, that's why it won't let me. Are they still the right ones? Yes, they're still the right colors, so I think that if I save and quit and come back in, they'll be correct. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let's see. Y, let's see, is minus 31. There we go. And this one's Y. It's definitely a quote of all time. Exactly. Minus 30. Okay. Let's go minus 30, shall we? 9, maybe? Maybe it'll let me do that. Now let's see if it'll let me do 30. Oh, whoops. Minus 30. Didn't mean to erase the minus. Okay, whatever. Don't know what's going on there, but it's hitting something. This one is able to be phased, but the monitor isn't for some reason. But I've seen them be phased before. It was just refusing to do it for me now, so I don't know what's going on with that, but I think we're good. And then, yeah. So that's looking cool. By the way, this would be lined up in the middle there, so that it can be connected into that column. Make it feel like that column has some substance to it. We have a lot of destructibles, and I might have to start turning off some of their destructibility, like turning them to phased or whatever. I mean, yeah, you know, something like that, you know. But I don't know for sure. Let's see if we put another one here, and we put a really thick line coming down from there. Would that work? Because I wanted to have another one. Ooh, that one doesn't even line up there. Okay, never mind. So this would be a good spot for that one. Another one over here where these X's touch would be kind of cool, but that'll be right where this hole is, so I don't think that'll work. But yeah. Yeah, this is coming together pretty nicely. I didn't build that window thinking about what it would look like from down here, but it does actually look kind of cool. I actually kind of like that. I didn't especially come down here and like look up at it. Let's see. I need to make this wall be all one piece because I'm wasting pieces. So, okay, these are, I believe, 16 by 16. So if I add 32 to this one, stretching that direction, it will line up perfectly. But, yeah, it's going to scale backwards. So I need to go flip it over and then add 32. Okay, so 40. That should stretch all the way across. Yeah. And I should have probably just deleted the old walls first, but now I'm going to have to come to the other side and delete them. There we go. And then I can delete all of the walls up top. The block out walls. And then I need to go up from here, which means I need to flip it back over. Oop. And then add another 16 to Y, or another 32 to Y, so that would be 48. There we go. Now that is fewer objects used for that wall. It looks really nice, I think. I think that this looks like it doesn't go there anymore. I don't know about hanging this from this, but I suddenly was thinking, I wonder if they would look any good hanging from the rafters. Kind of looks okay, but not. I don't think it's what we're going for. Apparently I deleted a wall here. I don't know when that happened. I will have to rebuild that wall to be one larger piece. Fix up this window to look a little nicer. Because it looks good, but it doesn't look quite right. And I was wondering if I should do something like this to sort of put a little central column in the middle of that window, just because it really big and wide is really cool looking, but the frame is different on each side, so I don't know. But at the same time, the wall is different on each side, so it might look good that way. I feel like I would flip it, because now that there's stuff around it, it looks different, you know what I mean? Like that would probably, looks like it's a continuation of that piece. This side looks more like it's a piece of that column, which of course needs to be adjusted this way. It's something that Ripshade could not have possibly predicted. The way that it was gonna come out looking like this, but I feel like that looks better than it was before. Maybe even sink it a little further into the wall over there and then stretch it. Let's see, this way. Like this. Just hide the glass, just enough for the glass to disappear. Oh, we need to actually make the glass move over and get wider. So let's go Y direction. And there we go. It's good on each side. Something like this is what I'm thinking. Whenever we delete that column, it won't be doing, or that block, it won't be doing this anymore. But yeah. I need to get this thing out of the way. Like I said, when I'm controlling the camera, I can see right past objects that are in the air, in the area, you know? Whenever you guys are watching, you can't just see through things. There's things in the way. You know what I mean? So, because you're not seeing exactly where I'm looking, and that's, yeah. I think it would actually be pretty cool to have like an eye tracker set up, so you can actually see on the screen where I'm looking. And it would be like a little aimer moving around on the forge. Because then it would kind of like, I don't know, I think it'd be kind of cool. I can't wait until those are like more advanced, because then people will be able to make it to where they're, for the stream, it'll like make it slightly blurry everywhere except for where they're looking, which would actually be really cool, I think, on like a pro gamer like HCS. If HCS had like the ability to like make it to where you can see exactly where the player is looking, and everything else gets just a little bit blurry, not too blurry, and like maybe something you could toggle off on the user side so that people can turn it off if they don't like it. That would be really cool. I think that would make pro gaming significantly cooler, like really fast, like really easily. But maybe that's just me. 48. And on our y-axis, we really only need to add like 8 here now. I think it's 24 now. Yeah, because I moved it up so much. And that actually meets up perfectly. Although, not on the outside. Maybe we gotta go... Oh wait, no, these are in the floor. These don't need to be here. Those are the old floor pieces from the upstairs. Wait, is it not quite perfect? Hold on. I think I see a gap. Yeah, it's not quite perfect. We'll go to, well, I'll just knock it up to 49. There we go. That should be good. So that wall is a little more solid. We can put a framework like those over here, or a different kind of frame. Actually, it might be cool to put some of these over there instead of that solid wall. If I, instead of doing the solid wall, I did like 2 of these side by side. Yeah, that actually looks like it'd be kind of cool. like a double bulge, or I could make it just super wide and center it. That might be even better. Let's see. In which case it wouldn't be 2 pieces, which would be good for the budget. And then I can sort of sink it behind the frame. And then that would actually allow me to make it to where it won't even look weird where it touches here. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Yeah, but anyway, I just think that they should not be able to live down that quote. I think that should haunt those writers for the rest of their lives. Because that was some bullshit writing. I don't know where the center is. Oh, I guess the visual center is in between the benches, and the benches are kind of centered to the floor. So even though the wall... No, I guess we got center to the wall. So I might end up having to center the benches to the wall too, just to make it look like just move these a little bit to the right so that this looks like it's in the middle of them, which would clear up space for someone to stand here and look at this while without standing directly in front of someone who's feeling quite uncomfortable with this person in front of, you know. Yeah, this looks better. Yeah, I like that a lot. In fact, it could it makes it to where putting a monitor here, like a TV here, actually makes sense and feels right. Because it just happens to be, it looks like it's got supports on those frame, you know? On those frame pieces. That looks correctly centered up top as well. So I think that's right. And vertically it's correctly lined up at the top. It needs to be scaled down. So it's this one. I think it's 24, and then we gotta bring it down to line it up. We are making a gap. Or I am. It's not your fault. I'm doing it. Let's see. Okay, that should be 24. If 24 is correct, then this should line up correctly and not have a gap. 24 is not right. We'll do 24.3, looks like. Or actually, 0.2 and then bring Z up. To make it not clip too far in down here. I like that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm liking it so far. Let's move this very thoroughly out of the way for this entire view over here. Obviously those are green and gold and they're not supposed to be. Like green and caution tape. They look cool that way, but they don't look cool. They don't match the aesthetic of this room. Let's grab our reference image. Wall monitors, this is clearly Star Trek. They've got... Like, that is a Star Trek computer, by the way. In case anyone didn't notice, this is clearly a Star Trek thing of some kind. This is how their servers look. Those are probably, they come out, and they're computer chips. They've got like little, just making sure nothing like a fly flew into my drink. Yep, nope, we're good. I saw a little fruit fly flying around a second ago. Must have gotten into a window or through a door whenever it's open. Anyway, but the weird thing is that these railings don't look Star Wars. Or Star Trek, I mean. But that's definitely Star Trek computer. So I think this is probably a fan-made, like, mock-up of Star Trek. Or it's from the remake, and I don't remember. Like the J.J. Abrams movies. That I don't remember those railing from those, maybe. I don't know. But, I love this terminal. I'll have you on in the background. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so this thing up here is cool and shiny. They are using this slightly greenish blue light in here that's reflecting off these, unless they are slightly greenish blue on the coloring of these panels instead of black, which that might be the case. I do like this. This is very interesting, and I could actually very easily recreate this on the ceiling if we were going to do a lighting like this. But I might have to move that somewhere else, because I don't know, there's a lot of empty roof space because of the very large gaping octagon in the middle of the room. If I put it over here, for example, it would work. I could put it above this door, and that would be kind of cool. let me change this thing's color. It looks weird. It stands out too much as is. Make sure it's white and not like trying to be white but not actually there. Let's see. This one is which one? I think it's that line, which is now black. Good. I'll probably leave this one gray to match this component. Or change this to black. Actually, you know what? This should be white. Yeah. Oh, this is those panels. These panels should be black. And this panel should be the pure white. That's the that was set to the green of the middle of the map, but it doesn't make any sense to have it the same in here. Yeah, that looks like it blends in a little better. Or the other way around. Maybe this should be the black to match the panels that are around it immediately. We go on. And then down here, this one would be the white part. And I think we turn off the shininess there. Off. Like that. That does look pretty good. I kind of wish I could do like this is black and then this panel right here is white. That would be kind of cool. And if this paneling turned white as well. That's just gray. Don't know why that didn't change. These would be like little server strips or batteries or something you'd put in. They kind of look like printer ink cartridges. You know what I mean? Like really big printer ink cartridges or something like that. Something you'd attach on there. But if that's black around there, then that means this trim can go to the same color black and continue this black and white room style aesthetic with the blue lights on. So that looks pretty good. Let's get this out of the way. It looks goofy. Let's change this to the same kind of... See, it's actually pretty convenient that this thing's coloring is the way it is because the original image... Let's see, this would be black actually. This would be black on the original image. And this one would be pure white, I believe. No, what controls this strip? What controls that piece? Is it this? Why is this thing... Oh, I had it to a weird... Okay. I don't know what color I had it to. I had it set to... Okay, well, we will make this black then. This is how... It actually has a very convenient, like, white stripe going across there that matches our reference image. Oh, Twitter. Forge Hub status. Okay, what's that? Due to lingering bugs in Forge, we received feedback from the Forge community to consider an additional extension to the 4v4 Forge contest. The decision is yours to make, just like your fantastic creations. No time extension, 2 weeks, Season 4 release. Oh, interesting. 3 weeks. Okay. I do like the idea of of them all releasing at Season 4. Wait, that means that the contest is over at Season 4, and then they start judging, though. So it's not... The maps aren't gonna immediately release at Season 4. Okay, never mind. People will be going to play those maps when they just came back to the game at Season 4. Everyone's gonna be flooding back into the game, potentially finding out about this Forge Hub contest while they're doing that. They're gonna be really excited about Season 4 itself. So they might be blinded, social media blinded, to the Forge Hub contest itself, right? So if we do it exactly 2 weeks, Season 4, they'll be so obsessed with the season itself that they may miss that there is a Forge Hub contest entirely because they'd be social media blinded to those sorts of things. Or they may be now paying attention to Halo more, go to the social medias to find out, and Forge Hub can advertise, hey, the contest is ending. And that means everyone should go and check the maps and look at them and vote on them. You know what I mean? And we're going to, vote for the community vote one. And then that would make everyone pay attention to the maps. It would make everyone pay attention to the contest. Everyone will go and play the maps, and everything will be really well driven, like a strong drive. But the question is, if that would actually work, or if their excitement over the actual Season 4 stuff, like in the social, like will they want to even jump into customs whenever they're in the process of being obsessed with the playlists that they have, that come with Season 4? So Would it be 3 weeks would be better? Would giving the players an extra week to get just bored of the season 4 stuff? They're like, brand new season 4 stuff is now starting to wear off, and Forge Hub now announces the contest is over. Go play the games, vote on your community favorite, and we're gonna vote. We're gonna go and we're gonna do our decision. Man, this is a really tough decision actually. I mean, I know it's just one vote out of many, so my vote isn't gonna play a huge role in this. See, there's already 23 votes. Season 4 makes the most sense. I agree. I'm just wondering if it's going to blind players to it because Season 4 itself is going to be such a big deal. Another thing is if we add that additional week and Season 4 comes out with new objects that immediately day 1 of Season 4 have like brand new objects, like Forerunner objects and stuff like that, we can go back and adjust our maps with those objects. We'd have a whole week to go back and be like, wait, this object is perfect for this one spot. I like it way more. I want my map to feel even newer than than it would have been otherwise. Having that extra week would be instrumental in immediately making this contest contain brand new objects that previous Forge maps didn't have, which might also heavily advertise all the maps that are in here. So I'm actually leaning toward 3 weeks because it would avoid media blindness. It would add, it would add that layer of additional time to add more objects, to add new objects. Like, what if they come out in Season 4 and they immediately have an object that works great for something on the Doom map, and so he goes back into that Doom map, like Unique goes back into his Doom map, or was that Forge? It was Unique who made the Doom map, right? Or am I thinking of Infinite Forges? It's Infinite Forges the one who did it? Anyway, if he goes back into his Doom map and immediately replaces like some kind of biological looking bulb or something to make some like demonic fleshiness on the walls, like what if they add something like that? He could then go back in, make it look significantly better than it already does, make some variety to those fleshy bits in a way that's super good. It's hard to say. Of course, a new bug could be introduced that just wrecks all the maps. I mean, that might happen if we do this one too. They would be judging the maps after the last ones are put in, and Season 4 would immediately break a bunch of maps. So either way, if there's no time extension, they give them 2 weeks to judge our maps based on modern Forge, instead of having some kind of bug. So there are merits to all 3 of these. Hopefully there are no bugs, fingers crossed, and we can go with one of these 2. I'm leaning toward 3 weeks. Because like that's immediately after the release of Season 4. It avoids the media blindness, and it makes it to where, like I said, it makes it to where we have those one more week to put fancy new objects. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go 3 weeks. It looks like 2 weeks is winning. It's probably going to end up being 2 weeks anyway, because most people are going to say Season 4 release. I don't think they're thinking as hard about it as I am, but at the same time, that still might be the better one. I think it's up in the air between 2 and 3 weeks because of what the things I was saying. I'm going to say 2 weeks makes sense for the Season 4 release, but I'm actually torn between that and 3 weeks. 3 weeks avoids media or social blindness. I'm misspelling very badly. Blindness toward wait, what am I doing? What did I do wrong? Oh, I need 2 N's. I erased the N over there. What am I thinking? Avoid social blindness from players due to Season 4 hype. Oh, let's see. For our maps due to Season 4 hype, and it and it provides 1 week to upgrade maps based on new Season 4 game objects. It also, what was the other thing I said? It also means the contest lands as players. Nope. The contest would land as players. No, as Season 4 hype cools. There. Let me go ahead and just make it its own paragraph to explain it. 3 weeks avoids social blindness from players for our maps due to Season 4 hype, and it provides 1 week to upgrade maps based on new Season 4 game objects. The contest would land as Season 4 hype cools. I'm actually going to make this a comment on that post as well, because a lot of people are just not going to see my tweet, my retweet. There. There's that fly flying around. Don't know how it got in my house. Well, we use almond milk, so they don't actually get attracted to the coffee as often. Ah, and now it's in my face. Oh, wait, they're even now. Interesting. Very interesting. I like 3 weeks, personally. Yeah, because that's why I voted for it, you saw. Ratioed hater says what? Oh, yeah, this guy was being like, there was this leak. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that on my stream, but because it's a leak, but whatever, too late. I accidentally just did. I speak for everyone. That was an accident. I meant to just come up to here. Speak for everyone when I say I will not be playing Season 4, basically. And he said, nah, I'm still playing. Name checks out. He's like, ratioed hater says what? And because he was being ratioed here, and then now he's getting ratioed here, so that's fantastic. But yeah, Season 4 makes the most sense, is what you were saying. And that could be Halo can no longer save Xbox. There was a time when Halo was so next level that buying a console to play it was easy, but it's been over 20 years. Microsoft has leaned on its tried and true green machine for too long. Where are the games? Alright, I don't know, man. People don't... There are plenty of people playing Halo right now. But sure. Whatever, man. Whatever. Okay, we're going to copy this over here. We're going to put this kind of bulkhead up here as well to match the visual language of this being above doors and windows. We're going to match it to the correct width. I might center it above the door, which would make the curvature more toward this side than that side, which I think would work pretty well visually. Maybe? Oh, I've just got to come out a little more. Let's see. We need to go higher. So after I made my case for Season 3, for 3 weeks, what do you think, Aaron? Would you say that that's a solid case, or do you still feel... Well, you can say it's a solid... You can think it's a solid case and still feel differently anyway. But do you feel like it's still... Are you still also leaning toward Season 4's release day? Or do you actually like the case I made? That's my question. Let's see, verticality. We need to move that up. Move it up here. Looks good. Looks decent. I actually need to, I just realized, I need to move this. What is it doing? Oh, that's what, yeah, wrong button. That's what it's doing. I need to actually poke this out farther so this door has something to slide up into, so. Oh, this way? Yeah. Oh, this is diagonal, isn't it? Yeah, this is at a diagonal. That needs to be adjusted both directions at the same time. Did my music just cut off? Hold on, I'm in a mission. Oh, okay. Which game are you playing right now? Is it Star Wars? Or did you beat that one? Okay, so 2 weeks is still winning out again. It's at 46%. 3 weeks is at 36%. In case anyone's wondering, I've got it up here. I picked 2 weeks when I should have picked 3. If Season 4 releases, we'll need time to adjust the maps after it launches. Plus, who knows what bugs will be added for Season 4. Yeah, that's another thing yeah. Speaking of issues, could really use some help here, thanks. Hi, I'm not sure if you see this, but see the error when attempting to log into Forge Hub with my Twitter. Should honestly have even have a 4-week option. Ripshade has stated that texture and color fixes would ship with Season 4, but that doesn't necessarily mean they go out in 2 weeks. could just mean sometime in Season 4, and we don't even know if the fix will solve all issues. For Frog Club. I don't know why that... Okay. Anyway, I'm going to keep this up here, and hopefully it will update as, like, in real time on my other screen, and I'll keep you guys apprised of what the... No, I can't keep it up here. What am I talking about? Then I can't see chat. I guess I'll put it here for now. And you may not be able to see the outcome there, but it will at least, you know, it'll keep us apprised of what's happening. Let's see if this is this centered enough? Let's see. Above the door frame, it looks pretty good. It's definitely not going good over here. Maybe I need to shrink this in to match it up there, like that. And then, did I not color this white? Did I not color this correctly? Or is this shininess? No, it's just in shadow, I guess. It's just in shadow whereas this is lit up. Because here it is pure white, and then over here it's... Yeah, okay. So we just need a light over here. So these pieces are all really getting in the way now. Starting to really heavily get in the way. Oh, you know what? You know what might be cool? How would it look if this piece had that texture that we almost did elsewhere? The UNSC diamond pattern. Okay, what were you saying? I was just wondering, after I made my case for, the, for 2 weeks, or 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks. I don't know if you heard it, because you're in a mission. Do you think that the, do you still feel the same way, or do you feel like you would switch your opinion? Like, did I make a good case for it, or do you think that it still needs to be, you know, what do you call it? 2 weeks. That's my question. I'm wondering if it makes sense, is what I'm saying. Did you hear my case, by the way? Because I know you're kind of... 2 weeks still makes the most sense. Because, and the metal hex? What is this? Why is it warped so heavily over here? Look at that. It's like curved instead of straight. I don't believe I can use metal hex on these rings. I don't know if you can use much of anything on these rings with the way it warps the image. I mean, it would be useful to make cool new textures that never existed before by warping the image over here, but they definitely messed up this UV. Like, that looks good. This looks good as well. But this doesn't look good whenever it's next to that. That's annoying. The only way to do that would be to put two of them inside of each other and make them slightly off-center from one another so that one of them pokes through and adds the correct texture. Like if I did this and I flipped it over and then I moved it back in and snapped it to the other one and then proceeded to... Yeah, it already is lining up correctly to do that. And that fixes the texture. So I could still have this cool texture on it, but I just have to do weird shit to do it. Because knowing this game, Season 4 will have new bugs that will fuck up current maps. Well, yeah, I understand that, but let's leave the new toys for the next contest. No, I understand the problem with the possibly new bugs, but what also that has to be considered is the fact that they're judging it after the end of the contest. This isn't like when the contest money goes out. This is when the deadline is for submitting your maps. Then they judge them. So they're going to be judging your maps based on the bugs of Season 4, even if you release on the day of Season 4. But it'll be... So, like, it could be that there's some major texture bug that just messes up a whole bunch of textures. Or it could be that there's several objects, like the sphere bug that hit with Season 3's launch, or was it Season 2, where it shifted them all, and then they had to make that new release that shifted them back, and they said, don't shift them back yourself, because our bug fix is going to shift them back for you, and if you shift them back again, it'll shift them again, so then you'll have to manually fix them again. And that kind of thing might happen even with Season 4, well, even if we release on the day of Season 4, but then we don't have a week to fix it. If Season 4 releases with a new bug that, like, causes all the textures to mess up, but you can go back and manually fix them, then, and we have that extra week, we could go back for that during that last week, during season 4, you know, if we have that the 3 weeks and we have that extra week, we can go back in and fix all of those texture issues manually, so that, you know, for the contest it's ready to go for their judging. You know what I mean? So having that extra week, I think, will help give us a chance to be able to fix bugs that may be able to be fixed. And if they can't be fixed, either way, they're going to be in the map. If we delay by 2 weeks. In fact, releasing where at its current release gives them 2 weeks to judge before season 4 introduces new bugs is honestly the best way to avoid bugs. Is no adjustment at all is the best way to avoid bugs. But if we're going to go brave and bold and go and face the bugs, you know, like frickin' Starship Troopers, then I think that the best bet is to actually give us a chance to fix the bugs. And then if that extra week there's some kind of bug that actually makes it to where we can't, is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. That makes it to where we can't, you know, forge at all. Like if there's something that makes it to where we can't place objects without those objects like immediately deleting or something like that, you know what I mean? Then that kind of bug makes it to where we can't forge anyway during that 3rd week. So it's exactly like releasing at the you know, season release. They'll find out that bug exists. They'll say, hey, no one's going to be able to forge for the next week anyway. We're switching to 2 weeks. We're judging now. The, you know, contest is over. You know, they can just do that. They can just make that call when and if that happens. But until then, you know what I mean? We've got, yeah. So I feel like there's a case to be made for both. But I feel like honestly, the best bet is to go with, I think with 3 weeks and make it to where we know what we're getting into. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to say. I've got 2 notifications over here on Twitter. Let me check to see how that's going. It's getting closer, between 2 and 3 weeks, but I don't know. See, looks like the same location in Ruin, so I'm curious. Oh yeah. Yeah, just someone liked my case for it. Same location in Ruin, so I'm curious to find out if it's supposed to be canonically after some kind of battle or something. Is what I had said about the this thing. I mean, this leak is already going everywhere, so this is a leak about a upcoming map. This is what do you call it? Solitude. From Halo 5, and here it is in Halo Infinite. And people are complaining about it, saying it doesn't look good, but honestly, I think it looks really good. I think that the problem with it is just, they're saying the lighting. People are saying it doesn't have that green hue, but it also doesn't have like the neon signs and stuff, and if you think about it, I mean, this looks like a dead version of it. There's rubble everywhere. There's like literal rubble everywhere, like it fell from up there to land here. This is clearly a version of that map that has been heavily, you know, damaged and ravaged by warfare. Leave the new toys for the next contest is also a good take. I agree. By the way, I forgot to mention that. That's another solid case for 2 weeks. I really am up in the air between the two. I am still leaning toward 3 weeks, but I can definitely understand, you know, the other one. The cases for 2 weeks instead of 3. Anyway, it looks more damaged. It looks more like wrecked. Like this concrete looks way more wrecked than back in the day, where it was more solid, has the groove lines from being freshly poured and scraped, you know, flat, or, you know, maybe panels were put there to hold it in place as it cured. So like there was dirt, but it was all like paper. It was trash, not dirt. It was a city in use that had trash everywhere. This one, without its neon signs, is a city in ruin. It's not lit up anymore. They've got weird tarps like hanging on random shit. That probably was like an awning up top that like blew in the wind and landed here. You've got, you know, yeah, all sorts of stuff like this. Or maybe there was a leak in a hole, in a roof somewhere because of an explosion, and this thing fell off the roof and came down here. The point is, it doesn't look the same because this is clearly, since Halo 5 to Halo Infinite, time has passed. This location has seen war. It's ravaged. It's supposed to look like this. Now the green hue could still be applied by just changing the lighting, and that would be all they have to do, and I think that would look great. So I think that this, I don't hate this change. I think this looks great. Now, but some people, like I said, the green hue gave it some character, so that might fix it up just exactly what they want, what people might want. And maybe a neon sign flashing somewhere, like flickering in the background, would also be cool. Using the same technique that Red Knobster used, a technique where he put an emissive object inside of a non-emissive object, and made it to where he intentionally created Z fighting. and it made it look like a neon sign that was flickering. It was really cool. So I think this will be cool. Let me go ahead and put this back over here so we can get back to forging while I go back to the notifications and follow this poll that's going on. It's getting closer, so we'll see what people think. I do like both. I do like 2 as well as 3. But yeah. So I'm not going to be upset either way. So I think that if people do want 3, do want 2, they should definitely vote for 2. Because I won't, like I said, I won't be upset either way. Won't bother me. Because I like both. I think this needs to come down. Be lined up with the height there. It actually probably needs to be this one. Yeah. This one is in the ground so that I could scale it up and make this panel, this part here, thicker. Oh no, it's upside down. Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, it's lower than that panel. Okay, I see. It's lined up with this piece. Is this correct? Or do I want it more like this? I might want it like this, off on the side there, to give a frame to it. Yeah. Maybe lined up with that bottom one. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's get our Z and everything correct. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. If I want that frame to go down to the ground, I can do that. And that looks pretty good too. And if I do that, though, I feel like it should be a little further over, like that. There, that feels a little nicer. And then this wall can either be another one of these panels, like I was doing before, where I would flip it this way and maybe bring it up. And then snap it there, and then scale it vertically. Give it some kind of presence here. There we go. Those are slightly different angles, slightly different, things, but they're not bad looking. If you're staring at them right now, you'll see it, but it's one of those things where you won't notice it during an actual match. That those are very slightly different angled there and there. It's a very subtle difference. So I think this works out great. And then we've got our frame piece right there. That's got its cool little angle in it that matches over here. Yeah, that looks really good. I like that. Okay. And then, yeah, that looks really cool. We're good. Of course, like this is, I believe, a dynamic object. Is it set to dynamic yet? No, it's just a static object. But it'll be a dynamic object that opens like this later, up into the ceiling, because it needs to. It needs to be one that opens into the ceiling. It can't be one. I would prefer some doors that like maybe go into the walls and stuff like that, but I think in this case we're gonna have to just go up into the ceiling for all of them, for various reasons. Okay, this needs to be moved this way, and then, nope, this way, to give us that frame, and then we need to scale it up again that way. There we go. I like that. Did we loop into Halo 1, or is this Halo 2? Like, what's going on here? Oh, it's Halo 3. Right. What am I thinking? Farthest outpost. I was completely wrong there. Okay, let's see. I wonder what that UNSC logo looks like whenever this wall is white. So we might have to keep this area gray. Let's see. Okay, that's the aluminum. That can probably go to black. But the paint is currently set to that. Oh, hello. That's over there. What just happened? Oh, there. Weird. Oh, I actually went to the wrong one. This one. There we go. Okay, now down here, let's try this one. Will this look awful whenever it is white. Not really, actually. You can still see the Unity logo. It looks a little awful. I could also put a decal on top of that, the Unity decal, and place it on top of that one and see what happens. Or maybe put a light and put it, like, make it shine the light on there and actually line it up with the original decal and make it blue to make the blue base. Might be kind of cool. But let's see. I think this is working out nicely. I really like that. I can't wait until those are white. Actually showing up correctly, you know? But let's see. We need to copy it, like mirror it over to here. Which needs... how wide is this? We need this piece to be... this piece is 4 by 19.3. So on the z-axis, we need to add 19.3. So obviously the 0.3 can just go in there. 5, 3. That should be right. We can delete that. Wonder if that is doing anything wrong down here. Nope. There's definitely another piece in here I need to get rid of. That one. Yeah, no problems. Yeah, no problems. Good. Delete that. Delete that. And now we got to figure out how high to go, because I think it's another 16, right? So that'd be 38. Nope, it is not 16. We need to go another 8, it looks like. So, wait, was it supposed to be 48? Anyway, 44. Yes, there we go. Oh, did I put a gap up here? This one's not perfect. It's funny how this curved wall thing that I've now repeated over here is actually was only there to solve the problem of that piece poking through and me not being able to adjust it, because then it would make it look wrong over here. So I had to make an entire new idea for it, for the visuals of this room, just to solve that problem. Let's go to... That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I need to prefab them and then go up. There we go, like that. Down one. Okay, this should be good. What's the gap look like here? It's not too bad. I don't think you'll see it. And I'm thinking about putting a light here anyway. Like right at the doorway. But we'll see. We will see. You know what would be kind of cool, actually? What if we did vertical lights in the gaps? Like in the line here. Like right there. Actually, is there a snap point in the middle? Kind of. Let's see. Yes, but it's inward. How do I get this thing to come out? There it is. Like, what if we had a vertical line in the middle of each of these? It looks like the Portal, from Portal, the turrets from Portal, kind of. I can do a different light. I think there may even be a longer one. But something like that looks really cool, I think. Let's go to lights. UNSC light. If not that one, we can do a thicker one even. Let's see, what does this one look like? Ooh, that single bulb down the middle is kind of cool. Is this one taller or the same? This one's the same length, it looks like. It doesn't look as sci-fi as this one, as the ones in there that we have right there now. I can also put one that doesn't have a light object in it and then scale it to be exactly how thick I want it and everything and how long I want it, and then put a generic light object in it, like in front of it. That's exactly what we have already. And then the generic light object will then proceed to add the actual illumination for the room, which I could then tilt and angle at a different direction than the other one. I could even, for example, choose this one and then scale it all over the place. So let's go there. Unity light, Unity 400, Unity no light, yeah, whatever it's called. Okay, so if we do, for example, traffic lights. Wait, what? Where is this? Wait, what? I never saw this object. Is this new? Or am I just oblivious? This is great scaffolding, too. Like, you could use this for a lot of stuff. Oh my god. This actually solves a problem I had before. I was trying to come up with something to support a radar dish, so I went with this antenna here. But I actually kind of almost want to replace it. Like, I could even angle it sideways and make it a wider, you know, support column like this. This is actually really cool. Hold on, I didn't scale it this way, so I need to make that pole that's jutting out over here more round if it's going to be there. But, man, like, this doesn't need to be a street light, a traffic light at all. You could use it for a lot of things. That's really cool. Oh man, I mean, even the beam, if you like hide this inside of something, even that round beam looks cool. Like, it's like a pipe. Like, you could do a lot of stuff with this. You could frame like a doorway, like yeah, this side with all the ruined stuff, I could put this inside of something. Check this out. If I put this inside the wall, that's some generic scaffolding, if I do say so myself, and it adds like a pipe-looking thing up there, and then it's got like these, it's like this is a water pipe. Honestly, you put loops into water pipes like this, so that the water pressure, I was an appliance repair technician, so I know about this. And then you take, like, you have that go to a washing machine, and then that go to a washing machine, and then that go to a washing machine, and that means the water comes this direction, and it hits this one first, so it steals all the pressure, right? Then the next one gets a little bit of pressure, and this one gets terrible pressure. But then you have a loop, so the water can also go around and come in this way. Gives that one good pressure, divides it to the next one, divides it to the next one. And with a loop like this, you actually end up with good water pressure across every single one of your pipes. Houses should have a loop in them so that all of your showers and your sinks and stuff like that end up with good water pressure without others being able to steal their water pressure. And in this case, this is literally looks like a water loop is what that's called. And it's just like, I might just leave that there and move on. That's a really cool piece. I literally might just leave that there as a little piece of greeblies. But I did not know that was in here. Are there other lights in here that don't have lights that don't have actual working lights built into them? Because if so, that's amazing. You know, I forgot this thing has a solar panel on it. Man, you could use that for a lot. Or wait, is this even the same one? Wait a minute, this is not the same one. Work light trailer. Hold on a second. There's a work light wall mount? Wait, what is this? That's a cool mount. Why didn't I know about these things? Oh my god. Like, you can literally put anything. It looks like a hinge. It looks like something that would, oh jeez. What? These have been in, yeah, I figured they probably weren't new. I was just being amazed that it was something I hadn't seen before. I somehow missed this. I went through this menu back in Waterworks. Like, you could literally put this anywhere to just make something like this look a little cooler. You know what I mean? A little bit better clamping, you know what I mean? I could theoretically put this behind these TVs that I was worrying about them being floating wall mounts. You see what I mean? Like, you could... The mount itself of the TV stays there whenever it breaks, so if I just attach this to the frame of that, and I scale it right, then I can scale it a little flatter, and then I can go y-axis and go this way, make it on the outside, make it look like a good little angle. I cannot believe I did not know these were here. I really should have. Okay, that's not perfect. This side is closer to perfect. That way. There, and then we can go to the scale again, bring it down one. I think that should make it touch on both sides. Yes, there you go. Now we have a mount. And it was that easy. Let's go... No, not that one. Let's go down with this one to the minimum because it'll make it a little more square looking again. And then we'll come down here to center that bolt on the rail to make it look really nice and convincing. And done. Now we've got a really cool, you know, little mount. I don't know what that is coloring just there. And I might even make it white. Yeah, that looks... Ooh, let's see. Which part is this? That's the wall part. I think the wall part should be black, and the actual line, even though it defies the rest of the mount's design to make this part white, I think having that contrast between the two will actually make it pop. And in a really cool way, that whenever the TV is broken, it'll still look good up against the wall, you know, up on the wall. And then what is this metal? This one here is probably the bolts, I would assume, or it's the base. Yeah, this looks like the base. No? Which one is this? Okay, whatever it is should be lit up red. That was already red there. Yeah, I don't know which one this one is. Oh, it is that piece. Okay, well it was already red, so now it's red again. Let's go with... Heck, let's go with emissive. Let's go with emissive blue. Let's see, Forerunner emissive is a little bit more faint. So we're going to go with that one. And then I'm going to pick a blue color. Why is it not emissive? It's not working. There it goes. Now it's switched to emissive. It's a little purple looking. Let's find... See, that's not a bad blue. That's probably a good... Hold on. It's going back and forth between two of them. There we go. That's kind of what we're looking for that kind of... That color blue. You know, that the light-ups are? There we go. That looks cool. I like that. We're going to do a few of those. Okay, so now we've got that. But this one, I wanted to see what this one looks like. Oh, it looks like an antenna. There's an antenna that has this exact shape, but it doesn't have the solar panel on the antenna. Man, I was wondering how people were getting solar panels, like actual paneling. But I thought they were making them. But now I realize they're just, you know, putting this inside of a wall. And probably tilting it. If they wanted to put it in this particular wall, they would probably tilt it. Like this. And now it's poking out. Look at that. That is cool. You just hide it in the wall. And of course, if you... I didn't scale it this direction, honestly. This direction would make you have a lot more strut to work with. Because it'll slowly make the struts, like the framing, would get bigger and bigger. So you could tilt it further and then keep your framing. I know it's inside the wall, but... and it's inside this upper column, so it looks terrible. I'm just trying to show. Yeah, that's how they did it. Okay, cool. Well, anyway, I need a light object for the wall, and this might be the end for today. That's the wall mount that I was just messing with. This is the actual grill light without the without its mount, which is cool. Traffic lights. Wait. That's traffic lights. Is this street lights without lights? What is this? Oh no, never mind. This is the. I think this one does exist in the other one, and it has lights applied to it. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. That's just the regular street lights, not traffic lights. That one was nothing super special. This one is the one that I was considering for the wall. And actually, it's got these like pieces there that kind of match that wall mount that we have now. Okay, so if we put this in the middle, that's got something on it. I'll just move this light so I can do my experimentation. So we can hurry it up. Let's see. Get this here. Put it there. Actually, it kind of looks cool with the frame going into it. I actually feel like it... I was going to make it thinner to make it fit like the other one did and just make it taller. But I actually feel like making it slightly wider is better. And then lining it up with the frame, those lines on the wall, to make it look like that's the attachment point, you know? So let's go ahead and mess with some scaling to perfect this. Well, that's vertical. We want this kind of flat, I think. Which means we need to move it forward on the y-axis. to make it visible, and then adjust it on the X, and then make its X sizing more correct. There we go. Let's make it even flatter, as flat as it'll go, and then bring it back out so we can see it. And then we'll make it taller, so it goes up to where just, I don't want to cover up that support structure there, but I do want it to be like that, and we need to bring it up so that it actually evens out. And then there. Let's see how that looks up top. Oop, we're covering up our support structure. This needs to be a 0.05 to center it. No, it doesn't, actually. I think this is actually correct. I think I just made it too tall. There we go. That's all. And then we color it, and then we've got our thing. Let's see. Unicy aluminum. White. I don't know where that one was. Is it this? Oh, it's that middle piece. That's not what I want. I want that to be black, so it matches the frame of the wall. This needs to be white, or is that the other side? No, yeah, that's correct. Okay, there's white. And is there a third one for the emissive object? No, there is not. Okay, well, I don't know what this one is because it's glitching. Let's see. This is probably the support that is not visible from this side. I bet it's these. So on the back there is those like support pieces and stuff like that. I don't know what that is. But there we go. I like that a lot. That looks really cool. And then we put a generic light object that's invisible that actually shines our light down onto the ground. And then we can project whatever we want onto it, because we can, at that point, if we place our generic light object, we can come in here, generic light object light, and we can adjust it to be like this, for example, and then, or snap it right to the middle, and then go in here, and we'll bring it out so we can select it easier in the future. But then basically come down to our light settings and turn it to a spotlight, put our cone wider by a significant degree. We'll do a 90-degree cone there. Source size, in case we want to add fog later, we'll bring that up just a bit. I don't think we are necessarily adding fog, but then we bring that down to 0. Brightness, I'll leave at 10. But then I need to make it a blue. I don't remember what blue we had the other one on, but it was a good blue. But otherwise, we can do another kind of blue. I'll just grab like that blue for now. Yeah, you can tell it's definitely not the right blue to match with the old one. Where's the old one? It's right here. Okay, it is that light blue. I like that one a lot. Let's go. Let's try and slap that light blue in there again. Oh, this is the wrong object. That's why it's not having any, there we go. Maybe if I go up, it'll give me to the light faster. No clue. Okay, let's see. Go down here. The light blue. It's this one, I believe. Yeah, that matches. We will delete this one because we now have it set up, and that one. And then we can grab this one and set it to have a gobo type. And we can go with the Great Grid. Is that what I did? I think so. Yeah, not Great. Although Great does look cool. Great Grid is the one I was going with before. And I might have to adjust the cone angle to make it work. Wait, yeah, outer cone angle to bring this in and make it look especially cool. Yeah, I like that. I like how it kind of funnels into the doorway like that. I like the way that looks. It's going to have another one over there that will then funnel out from here, from spawn. And then down here will funnel into the doorway as well. And that will be really cool, I think. We might have another curved thing and another light here, but it might just be different on this one because the way the doorway is designed is completely different. But yeah, this is starting to shape up. Obviously those are still wrong color because of the glitch, but this is definitely starting to shape up. I think it's a good. Honestly, that'll be a good one for the YouTube video. I might screenshot that real quick. you just go, what is it again? Is it Alt S G or is it Control? I mean, is it Alt Start G or is it Control? Yeah, it is. Okay, Alt. Yes. All right. So real quick, before I sign off, last thing is to look at this poll and how it's doing so far. Refresh it. It is still leaning hard, heavily into 2 weeks. That's probably what it's going to be. No time extension is probably the people who have already submitted their stuff or are just looking forward to the completion of this thing. None of these options allows for the timeline of some supposed fixes, Season 4. That is true. Yeah. And let's see if anybody replied to me. I put 3 weeks, not much point waiting for Season 4 if we don't get to take advantage of its bug fixes. Yeah, or more importantly, of its new game objects, in my opinion. Also, keep in mind that it's still in development. Yeah. Liked my reply. Okay, this one. Yeah, people are... Oh, Forge Hub liked this one. I guess they're trying to get attention on the argument. You know what I mean? The argument for or against. So, Forge Hub liked this argument. No, wait, hold on. What was that? Wait, they liked... Wait a minute. Did they unlike it? Oh, this is the actual like. Okay, there's the actual comment, yeah. The other one was my post. This is my comment on their post. And they liked that one. Okay, I see. They're probably trying to get more attention on the concept. I mean, on the different arguments for each side. And I agree. That's a good idea. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And the music timeout is just right for the end of the stream. And so, yeah. I'll catch you guys next time.